Spar. I told God I have a hard time with patience, my board is full. It's a lot of moves that I done postponed cause of your book. They forgot about the queen, she has skills to capture rooks. So any peace protecting castles, a straight move they getting took. It ain't no allies. You can get your bishop, pope, pastor, or rabbi, but none of those prayers protect your flesh from your past life. Cause a night gets it jumping, they'll shape plans, create they flat minds. Same meals they gotta take if I choose to go and get mine. I start the clock a piece with 7, got 2 more shots. A pawn up in this game is just a pawn for the plot. Some kings they gotta go, so think about your spot. Be cautious how you play cause the queen is watching your thoughts. Sadly we're here today cause these things they escalate. A woman scorn is something that they underestimate. Don't involve your ego, we target to check they mates. That means I'll sacrifice all they pieces to make it safe. I need a new team, mine is playing both sides. Bad diagonal moves, why do demons wanna hide? And bishop type movements, we cut their corners, let them die. It's 64 squares and you can't check her up, no lies. Now start the clock a piece with 7, got 2 more shots. A pawn up in this game is just a pawn for the plot. Some kings they gotta go, so think about your spot. Be cautious how you play cause the queen is watching your thoughts.
Let's go. Don Lemon, I had a bad week. 3 people arrested in the church chaos. This the Late Show, and I'm your host, Ted Turner. Yeah, we about to recap Don Lemon's bad week. We got church tomorrow all over the country. They gonna fill up them churches. They waiting on you to pop in up blowing whistles and stuff. That's the move now. The American people is sick and tired of this nonsense. Running around BLM riots all over the place. Running up in folks' churches talking about you protesting First Amendment right. Man, you don't get yourself out them folks' church with that nonsense. We tired of playing now. We is tired of playing. President Trump said, look, he want to get to the bottom of what's going on. If you did something wrong, you're going to jail, period. We don't want to hear nothing about he trying to get at his enemies. We ain't trying to get at no enemies. You did this to yourself. You ran out here and you then became a story, a big news story. We wasn't looking for you, Don Lemon. You put yourself in the mix. Now you done got caught up, since of crying now. He been everywhere he could be crying. He been on this page, on that channel. He went live on his own page, but he did a pre-recorded video. He can't do no more live video. The lawyer told him to knock all that off. Yeah, they got to check everything he say now. Make sure he ain't saying that stupid. Think I don't know what's going on. Yeah, his lawyers told him to close that goofball mouth of his. But that what any good lawyer would tell you. He out here playing around, playing a game. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Man, I apologize right now, man. Look, I can't let everybody up on this link. We is on Don Lemon head right now. We caught him out here crying today, trying to spin the news, trying to make it like it's the black and white issue, like it racist. Ain't nobody racist. You out here doing the wrong thing in these people church, and we done called it out. I don't want to hear nothing about no snitching and all. Ain't nobody snitching on you. You was on the live feed doing all this. We want you locked up now because we know what the play is. We know what the play is. You was trying to get people to start running up in them churches. That's what you was trying to do. Yeah, we done slowed that up because tomorrow all churches going to be full. We dare you to run up in a church tomorrow blowing a whistle. Yeah, them people going to pack you right on up. Get you right on out of there. What's up, Mike G? What's up, Mike G? In the beard. Appreciate you stopping by, Mike G. Yeah, Don Lemon, we ain't going to let nothing stop us from getting on your case tonight, though. Promise you that. Because, see, this is what happened. We told y'all Wednesday that it was going to be arrest Thursday. They arrested 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? They arrested 3 of them. They arrested both of the ladies who was in charge, and then they arrested that dude. They call him Woke Farmer. And he think we don't know who he is. We're going to put all his business out there weekend. His mug shot, all the stuff he was saying in that church. We're gonna break him down real good this weekend. Them 2 ladies, we done found out more information on them. So we're going to tell y'all exactly who they is. And then we're going to definitely show y'all where Don Lemon tried to run this play at and why it's not going good for him. We're going to definitely show you all of that. Because what happened was we had got Don Lemon on a video. We got him on another video talking about he was talking to the Attorney General of Minnesota on the live feed, him and D.L. Hughley. And then this was a couple days before, you know what I'm saying, everything popped out with these warrants and these arrests. He was talking to the Attorney General of Minnesota. Then the next day, we find out that the judge would not issue a warrant for his arrest. Come to find out, the judge's wife worked for the Attorney General. See how intertwined they are? See how connected they are? That's what I tried to tell y'all. This is not about black and white. It's not about rich and poor. It's really about left and right. If you're on the left, a Democrat, you can run around the city, run around these streets, damn near doing anything. Long as they agree with you, they're going to work it out for you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to work it out for you. Don Lemon is clearly in the wrong. But the fact that he got these Democrat judges on his side, he really making a play. He really getting up through there. You know what I'm saying? So he done escaped round one. They done ran out here and got this old fake judge to sign off on everybody warrant but his. We're going to send it to a grand jury and see what they say. Because the people of Minnesota, they sick and tired of this. You know what I mean? When the George Floyd thing happened, they whole cities and states went up. You know what I mean? So, you know, they sick of being in the news with the bad report and bad press. Right before all this happened, the Somali fraud happened in their state. We still ain't got to the bottom of that and arrested everybody involved with that. We working on that case with the mayor and the governor, and then all of a sudden Don Lemon pop out. We weren't worrying about you. You just popped out and got yourself in the situation. Too bad, too sad, my friend. Too bad, too sad. Because we're not going to stop what we're doing. We don't care. We're not going to stop what we're doing. I had people today, because, you know, I'm over in the hood chilling with Almighty Lane. Like, shouts out to Almighty Lane, man. I'm over there politicking with him. And then this dude, what's his name? Savage or something. I don't know this dude. Stun or somebody. Whatever his name is, he pop up and repeat everything that Don Lemon say, but then tell Lane that he don't even know who Don Lemon is. Lane asking him questions, they conversating, and anything Stunner saying, it comes straight from Don Lemon. But he said he don't know who Don Lemon is. He never watched him on TV or nothing. He found all about Don Lemon by watching my show. So my question to Lane was, next time I get a chance to talk to him, we're going to have to politic this, because you mean to tell me people don't even watch CNN, but they still know what to say? They still know how to tell the same lie? Where is they pumping this information into to these people can know what to say? What is they doing? They pumping it on his Facebook feed, on Instagram, TikTok? How is they knowing the talking points? How is they knowing what to actually say if you ain't watching the news? I'm talking about this man say he do not watch the news. This Stunner dude, Savage, whatever his name is, he say he do not watch the news. He never seen Don Lemon before until he watched my show. But when we having a conversation about ICE or anything, he repeating everything that they say. How is they pumping this information into these clueless people? Where is he hearing this stuff at? Because my page is the only page that he gonna hear a different story, the true story. He said he was watching my show for 3 days, didn't know who Don Lemon was, heard me talking about him. He thought that I actually knew Don Lemon personally. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But see, what it is I do such a good job of delivering my content that You know what I'm saying? You would think that because I'm well researched and everything. So he watching the show. He hear me saying CNN. He hear me saying you've been on TV for 10 years. And he didn't know there was an anchor on the show. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know that Don Lemon was telling people he was a journalist until he watched my show. Man, the nation is in trouble, man. Y'all got to help support this show, man. Y'all got to help support this information so we can get it out to the public. Because today was a clear example that people don't know what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? They know about the football game. They know about WWE. You know who got the heavyweight belt. You know, they know what the latest episode of the Tyler Perry TV show going on. But they don't know nothing about what's really going on out here. You know what I'm saying? The reason we got the pressure on Don Lemon, because had they went to another church, it could have went bad enough. Them kids could have got hurt. Them women could have got hurt. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what they not understand. Oh, excuse me. When they set up to go have these protests and these marches and stuff, people ain't really bringing their children out there. You see what I'm saying? You going out there to protest and march and fight for the cause. I get it. But you ain't got your children with you. You mess around and go to one of these protests with the Democrats, ain't no telling what could happen. Y'all been watching it? These stores been burning down. They been looting places, throwing bricks. You ain't taking no children out there. But I'm going to church Sunday morning. Yeah, I'm taking my children to church. I ain't expecting nobody to be in there blowing no whistles, trying to interview my pastor. Man, come on. If the federal government is not going to step up and help us out and take some kind of accountability and responsibility and do what's right, never mind the optics, never mind the media spinning the narrative, you got to do what's right. Somebody got to protect these women and children. If the federal government not going to do it, you about to see tomorrow that everybody is going to go to church tomorrow because we're going to protect our own. We see the government is going to let us down. The judge wouldn't even give Don Lemon a warrant. So you know what? We just going to show up in church tomorrow and we dare you to be in there blowing a whistle. You know what I'm saying? We dare you to be in there blowing a whistle. She can't. She only 3 weeks old. You know what I'm saying? She's still a baby. She's still a baby. She over there playing. She wants somebody to come play with her. So she whining. But I'm busy right now working. She knows she got 1 hour before I can get back to tour. I got you in 43 minutes, champ. That's her name, by the way. She's an all-black cat. Her name is Champ. Yeah, because she wants some attention. She wants me to play with her. She get all my time. But right now, I'm busy working, so I don't have time to play. Anyway, we got the mug shots coming for the 2 women and the guy. His name is Woke Farmer. We definitely going to get his real name and splatter it all over the board just because that's what they did with Donald Trump. They made sure they splattered his name all over the place, put his mug shot up. So we're going to put their mug shots up. Don Lemon come up out the church, and the first thing come out his mouth is some racism and Donald Trump. This they had nothing to do with neither one of them. If race was involved, it was because you was in there trying to mess with them people because they white. Then the only way race become an issue. Because our issue is not about that. Our issue is that it's illegal to disrupt somebody while they trying to get their church on. You know what I'm saying? These folks wake up in the morning, try and go get their church and God on, and then you come in there blowing whistles, fake intimidating people. Don Lemon got the nerve to stand this close to the pastor, trying to interview him, and then tell the pastor don't touch him. What you mean don't touch you? Bag up off of me. Matter of fact, the pastor told him, look, I'm about to go deal with my parishioners and my family, and I ask that you leave. He ain't had time to talk to Don Lemon. He was busy that day. See what I'm saying? These people pay their tithes and they come support this church. They come for worship. They don't come to be interviewed by no fake news Don Lemon. He ain't even on the TV no more. You're a podcaster now. But when you was on TV, you made fun of us podcasters. You know what I'm saying? You made fun of us on YouTube. Then as soon as CNN put a foot in your behind and kick you out the door, you go straight to YouTube. Yeah, but you made fun of us. Now you're on YouTube telling lies. You was on CNN telling lies for 17 years. Now you on YouTube telling lies. Yeah, that's all right. We on top of you now. Y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like. Give me hype. Million people in here. I should have at least 500,000 likes, man. Y'all hit the like button. Double tap the screen. If you're on the vertical, if you're on the other one, look down there, hit that thumbs up for me. Work out with me right quick and give y'all 1, 2, 3 seconds. All right, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Get on that like button. I really appreciate that. Now, Don Lemon did the whole thing right here because you think you're going to get away. But what we're not going to do is tell no lies on you. We're going to tell the truth. And the truth of the matter is we still pursuing this. That magistrate judge, we know what that is. That's a little play y'all ran. We ain't tripping about it. You know what I'm saying? The judge, how his wife worked for the attorney general. Out of all the judges in the state, we would get the one judge that worked with his wife worked for the attorney general. The attorney general hate Trump. She hate Trump. And then you the judge on the case. How convenient is that? That's okay. Because it all supposed to be random. You know what I'm saying? Just supposed to be random. But every time we get a case going on, we end up one of y'all kind of judges. But that's okay, though. That's okay, though. Because y'all going to keep playing around. See, this where you screwed up at, Don Lemon. This happened last Sunday. You have yet to apologize. See, you have yet to show any contrition. You run around thinking you right. You know what I'm saying? You out here thinking you right. So we ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't on that at all. Under no circumstances we on that. You know what I mean? You can get that coming on out of here, buddy. But yeah, Don Lemon, he did everything he could do to make fun of these people. He did everything he can do to intimidate these people. He did everything he could do to make it uncomfortable for him. He even said that protests supposed to be uncomfortable. You're right. You're right. So this investigation, this federal investigation, is going to be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this federal investigation going to be real uncomfortable for him. I got something for him too, for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. His this federal investigation going to be real uncomfortable for him. That mugshot going up, and we're going to continue to talk about him every day. We're going to continue to talk about him every day. We ain't letting him slide. We ain't letting him off the hook. We ain't giving him no chance to breathe. For what? Why we let Don Lemon breathe? Don Lemon don't play the game. You know what I'm saying? Don Lemon don't play the game. You know what I mean? And we ain't going forward. We is not going forward. He don't play the game. The only thing that's going to see, like I said, the American people are fair people. You know what I mean? We believe in justice and fair play. So had Don Lemon came out and just apologized, he'd have been okay. He could have probably weathered the storm a little bit. But the fact that he keep coming out trying to make it like it's our fault, you know what I'm saying? He actually went on his show and, you know what I'm saying, said everybody that watched Fox News or whatever that we was the racists. How we the racists? Just because we watch a particular news channel? That ain't even fair, Don Lemon. That ain't even fair for you to even say nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You make all these disparaging remarks. You went out there and called them hillbillies. Don Lemon, I live in the city. I never lived in the country. I don't walk around bare feet with no shirt on, none of that stupid stuff. I live in the city, grew up in the city, and I watch Fox News. I ain't no hillbilly. You think everybody that watch Fox News is a hillbilly? That would make you a dumbass. For real. That would make you dumb, Don Lemon. That's why we can't have no meaningful discussion or no real dialogue. Because every time we try to have a discussion with you bozos, you always get on the stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? You always get on the stupid shit. We trying to have a real life conversation with you about why was you in these folks' church trying to intimidate them. Talking about you're a journalist. I don't give a fuck if you're a fire marshal. You can't break the law. Trying to claim you a journalist. That ain't working. In these folks' church disrupting their church service. What's your reason for it? Then the man, the woke farmer, he get on there telling lies. Talking about they putting people in concentration camps. No, they ain't. You know, concentration camps in America. Stop telling lies. If y'all was right, if y'all had a good argument, you wouldn't be telling lies. Y'all running around talking about they locked up a 5-year-old boy. Ain't nobody locked up no 5-year-old boy. If you're doing anything wrong and the police coming to arrest you at your house and you and your kids is there, what you think they gonna do when they take you to jail? You think they're gonna leave a 5-year-old at the house by himself? He gotta go too. He going to defects. He about to get put in the system. If can't nobody want it, your family members come get him. That's with anybody. That man got a deportation letter. ICE come to get him, and he run inside the house, leave the kid. What is ICE supposed to do? You ran away. Then when they come knocking on the door to get the man, the lady won't even open up the door. That's obstruction of justice right there. The authorities is at the door, and you locking doors, playing games and stuff. Then the news running around talking about they arrested a child. Where the mugshot at then? Since a 5-year-old got arrested, that's what y'all said. Where is the mugshot? What was the 5-year-old charged with? Since y'all saying he got arrested. See, that's what I'm talking about. They run around and tell lies, and then people watching TikTok and Facebook and IG, y'all believe it, ain't did no research. That's why y'all need to tap in and stay locked into this show right here so you can get the real news, the real information. Y'all know the truth. If you out here committing crimes and you with your children when the police come, you and your damn children about to go. You know that. Ain't no secret. And ain't nobody doing it just because they Hispanic or they illegal aliens. It ain't about that. You the one in harms with your child, not us. You the one cross the border with a child illegally. That's not our fault. Shouts out to the queen in the building. They running around talking about a 5-year-old was arrested. Arrested is a real word. Arrested means something. So if somebody got arrested, it's a mugshot and some fingerprints. So produce the shit. You can't because you're telling lies. Nobody arrested no 5-year-old. See, when they had all them babies down at the border, wasn't nobody talking about that. They were scared to talk about that. They weren't running around telling you that, hey, these people crossing the Rio Grande with children. These people are paying coyotes and they got children. They smuggling children into the country. Ain't nobody talked about that. But now Trump going to arrest them. Oh, Trump is arresting these people with their children. How them and their children get over here? See what I'm saying? They just moved the story so far ahead that you don't even know what's going on. They got you spinning in circles. We're going to slow the Ferris wheel down. Yeah, a 4-year-old twin. They saying that they used the 5-year-old for bait. Yeah, they told him to go knock on the door. The lady wouldn't even open up the door. You know what I'm saying? The lady wouldn't even open up the door. So what is the authority supposed to do? So when I come to get you, you got a deportation letter, and then you got some children, I'm supposed to leave. I can't do nothing because you got kids here. Man, they don't do that nowhere in America to nobody. They come to get you and you got kids, your kids going to DFACS, Department of Family and Children Services. It's called different things in different states and cities. But yeah, that's where you definitely going. Your children definitely going up through there. For real. They running around playing games, telling people that Trump is arresting 5-year-olds. Trump ought to sue everybody who said that. He ought to sue everybody who said that. Nah, them bounty hunters ain't sparing nobody. Because see, they'll be on the hook. I couldn't get you and remove you from the house and it's a 5-year-old there. I cannot leave the 5-year-old there. I can't give him to just somebody, random person either. So the best thing to do is to take both of y'all ass in the custody so we can figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Where's his mother at? Where's his grandparents at? Where's somebody who can come get this child? So obviously, you're not responsible enough. You got a letter to be removed from the country. You still running around like it's a game. You don't see all this shit going on? These people looking for y'all. These people is looking for y'all. Trump done already told you, go back home, and I'm going to shoot you $2. And then you can come back the right way. What else you want him to do? Now, he ain't shot me $9, but he going to shoot you $2. You know what I'm saying? He going to shoot you $2. That's why I said to him, the responsible people going to church tomorrow. They dare some. See, Twin just saying, any responsible adult, please stand up. See, the responsible people going to church tomorrow, Twin, and they going to be in them churches. And they dare Don Lemon them to come in there blowing whistles tomorrow. They dare you to come in there blowing whistles. Because, see, the people who was, they looked at that, they saw that. That wasn't a good look for the church. For them people to lay down and let them get away with that move. But, you know, they were trying to be peaceful. They were trying to be, you know, trying to not, you know, be confrontational. Try it tomorrow. Try going in one of these churches tomorrow, blowing whistles, scaring women and children. Real men ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? Because that was their mother in the church. That was their sister in the church. That was their daughter in there. And they know how silly y'all are. Y'all Democrat protesters. They know how y'all are. Y'all set fires and vandalize stuff. People end up getting hurt. Ain't nobody going for that. Ain't nobody letting y'all come around doing that no more. Blow another Wilson in the church. You know, end up swallowing it. Ambulance is going to be outside. People ain't playing with y'all. And I wouldn't have blamed no church people if the church would have went up. I wouldn't have been mad at them. They'd have physically got you up out of there. Took them assault charges or whatever it was. But you're getting up out of this church, though. Y'all got to stand up. You can't just let people do you any kind of way. Don Lemon talking about here, a journalist. You can get your ass out of here. You and this camera. In my church, bothering my pastor. These folk paying 10% of their hard-earned money to come in the church and hear the word. And you ain't here asking questions about some ICE and Donald Trump. Get your ass out of here. This ain't no political event. It's a separation of church and state. We ain't doing politics right now. We're trying to save people's souls. You're trying to give folks a direction. You out here playing games. They done really ran me hot. Y'all just don't know it. They really ran me hot because Don Lemon been on TV for 17 years telling lies to the black community. And then he run around trying to play himself off as if he the every black man. Every black man don't think like you. Every black man don't move the way you move. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put us all in a bubble, in a group. I'm an independent thinker. And I'm conservative. So I definitely don't agree with 98% of the stuff you own. You own people, you own women and children in the same bathroom. I ain't on that with no man in no woman bathroom. I ain't on that. Twin, he got Abby Lowell as his lawyer. That's Hunter Biden old lawyer. Yeah, he got Hunter Biden's old lawyer as his lawyer. Abby Lowell done told him that he had got something going on, but that ain't the truth. Y'all double tap the screen, hit the like button. If you're on the other one, look down there, see that thumb, hit that thumbs up for me. Rock out with me right quick. I'm gonna stop this content for just 1 second, give y'all time to get on that like button. For real. I mean, look, we ain't asking for much. Just hit the like button. Get us up through there. Get us in the algorithm. So Don Lemon can pop out and think I'm playing with it. And y'all can see me fly shit off his head. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can see me fly shit right off his head. He can't engage in no high-level conversation for real. First thing he gonna do is try to call somebody a racist. You know what I'm saying? Just because I got a different political view than you, that don't make me racist, goofball. You the racist, Don Lemon. If you want the truth, you the racist. For real, for real. Yeah, he got Abby Lowell as his lawyer. That was Hunter Biden, old lawyer. Y'all know who Hunter Biden is, right? That was Joe Biden's son, the one who was caught up in all the scandals with the laptop and the cocaine and the firearm. Him and a girl riding around with a firearm. She take it out and throw it in the trash can right by our school. Yeah, if he ain't about a diamond, then he take his laptop, got water damage because y'all in the bathtub on his laptop. The pictures everywhere. Yeah, he's sitting on the bathtub playing with the laptop, whatever. Anyway, he take the laptop to a repair shop because it got water damage. He forget to go get the laptop. The laptop, the owner of the repair shop, he done fixed the laptop. Now he waiting on his payment. This man don't never show back up to pay for it. So he about to clear the laptop of all things on it and just sell it. You ain't came back, so you done lost, forfeited the laptop. So when he opened it up to clear it out, he sees some stuff on there that just drove him nuts. He knew it immediately he needed to call the FBI and the authorities. You see what I'm saying? He seen something on that laptop that scared him to death. He called the FBI to come get this laptop. He wanted to make sure he ain't had nothing to do with nothing that was going on. And that started the whole thing. The FBI knew that that laptop was real. When Trump said something about that laptop on that debate, Joe Biden told a lie. Joe Biden went in there and told a lie. To my 50 officials said that there's Russian disinformation. And you know they were lying. That laptop was real. That was that man's laptop for real. That was his real laptop. Had all kind of pictures on and everything. I'm going to tell you one of these pictures he had on. I'm smearing him up now. Y'all hit the like button. I'm about to smear him up and tell y'all what one of them pictures looked like. They had it all on the internet. They talked about it. They talked good about it too. This man took a whole bunch of M&Ms and put them on his little Johnson and took a picture of it. Yeah, that's what he had on the laptop. Yeah, snorting cocaine, got videos on buying crack, arguing with hookers. Yeah, this man was off the chain on that laptop. But it was something on that laptop that repair shop on the scene that scared him to death. He called the FBI. Y'all do y'all research. Y'all find out what was all on their laptop. They lied to you. And Don Lemon was one of the main culprits. He was one of the main culprits talking about it wasn't no store. The hell it ain't. The hell it ain't. Then the FBI weeks later find cocaine in the White House. See, Secret Service find cocaine in the White House. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. After everything that went on, then they find cocaine in the White House. Joe Biden didn't want to get to the bottom of it, huh? Let them find cocaine in the White House in the morning. Donald Trump gonna want everybody in jail. Think he playing if you want to. See, that would separate the real ones from the fake ones. See, Donald Trump gonna want everybody in jail. For real. Now, he ain't gonna play with you. You know, bro, cocaine in the White House? You're tripping. Now, you is tripping. You know, dropped your bag somewhere. In one of these lockers. Trump ain't on that. He wants you to rewind the tape right now. Send the Fox News. We ain't hiding nothing. We ain't hiding nothing. Put it out there. Whoever had the cocaine, you in trouble now. I don't care who it was. But see, Joe Biden couldn't talk like that because he knew it was his sons. He knew who had that cocaine. He knew exactly who had it. And the Secret Service do too. He did old fake investigation, said they couldn't determine who it was. Yes, you could. Yes, you could. Because you can see everybody who came in there. You see exactly who put something in that one locker. If more than one person put it in there, then you got you a group, 2-3 people. Get them all on camera. Get them all in the deposition. Find out which one of them had it. And they want to keep playing games. Let's go do some drug tests. We're going to see who own cocaine. We're going to see who own cocaine. Yeah, Trump ain't letting them destroy his brand like that. You ain't bringing no cocaine in the White House while he the president. He ain't going for that. You know, you can try a whole bunch of stuff, but he ain't going to let you try that one. Joe Biden let you try that one. He ain't had nothing to say. That's how I knew it was his son, cocaine. That's how you know it's his son, cocaine. He's supposed to be on TV saying, look, whoever did this, your ass in trouble. We don't get to the bottom of this. But he ain't talk like that. Matter of fact, he really didn't say nothing about it. He kept avoiding the questions about the cocaine in the White House. And we still don't have no answers. We still don't have no answers. They probably destroyed all the video. That's why when Trump and them got in there, Trump couldn't find out what was going on. See, that's what we call it, the deep state. You know what I mean? They got all these people that's still in office from president to president to president, and some of them been installed, you know, did favors. That's how they got them positions. And they know what their job is. To keep the Democrats' hands clean as much as possible, all over the board. It's called the deep state. Trump doing their best to break it. That's why he firing all these workers, all these government workers. He trying to get real people in there. Somebody who's going to at least be fair. It don't matter if you're a Democrat or not, but at least be fair about the shit. Don Lemon done broke the law. I know you agree with his protests and all that, but you got to be fair. That's his fault. He shouldn't have did it. He shouldn't have did what he did. But they ain't being fair. They playing games. That's what's hurting us. And then you got people out here. This man said he never watched CNN. He don't even know who Don Lemon is. But when him and Lane was having the conversation, everything came out of his mouth is what be on CNN. So my question is, how is they pumping this information to people? People is not even watching their shows. People is not even tuned in to politics. But they know exactly the same talking points as these goofball politicians. They say the same exact thing. He running around trying to defend the protesters and saying that ICE is bad. Where is he getting that information from? You mean to tell me TikTok is that powerful that it got the masses out here believing lies? Is that what's going on? That's why Trump trying to make somebody else buy TikTok. Like, man, I got too much fake news on here. Got too much going on. They rigging the algorithm. That's what's really going on. They got the algorithm rigged up. So if you want to vote blue, no matter whose side, you might not even hear none of this, what I'm saying, because it's not going to be pushed and marketed to you. And they doing that on purpose. They making sure they keep all this away from the vote blue, no matter who people. That's why we got to continue to share this stuff and put this stuff in their face so they can wake up and hear the truth. I'm running around unconscious. Don't even know these folks trying to harm you. Their whole purpose for going in their church was to make the church go up that day. They wanted a big fight. They wanted a ruckus. You know what I'm saying? They came for the confrontation. They was all dressed in black. Don Lemon was dressed in all black. If you're doing some reporting, why you ain't got no suit on? See, why you ain't ask for an interview? Why you ain't set up an appointment? Because you're in there trying to intimidate people, trying to scare folks. See, but what you don't know is people ain't going for it. You got ex-military. You know what I'm saying? They parents go to church. You know what I mean? They sisters and brothers go to church. They about to start going to church too to make sure everybody's safe, make sure everything is okay. You know what I'm saying? One person could have got y'all out of there because y'all scary. One dude could have grabbed Don Lemon and told him, man, get your ass out of here, and walked him right on out the door. He wouldn't have made now move. See what I'm saying? He wouldn't have made now move. And as soon as security said something, he told him, look, he getting out of here. I don't care what you talking about, but he getting out of here. And keep on grabbing his arm and putting him right on out the door. He wouldn't have did nothing. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have did nothing. He just as soft as a baby bottom. And they're trying to intimidate women and children in a place of worship. the men of this country, we got to stand up. It's enough of this. It's enough of this. You know what I'm saying? We support our president, and it's enough of this. You know, we don't get into Don Lemon personal business. They was typing in the chat the other day talking about he having an affair. You know he married to a man. Who you having an affair with? You know what I'm trying to tell you about these people, man. They just as slimy and disgusting as they can be. He had to pay a lawsuit because he was in a bar somewhere trying to hit on some people. They ain't want him. He stuck a hand in their pants and rolled across the man's face. The man took his head right on in court and sued him. Don Lemon a millionaire now. He made millions of dollars working for CNN for 17 years. Yeah, he went right on in his pockets for that. And they kept it all, you know what I'm saying, as an undisclosed case. But the man came on TV and talked about it. That's how we even know. CNN didn't cover the story. That's why they fake news. Anytime something happened to their people, they try to cover it up. Like they had one little reporter on the air. What's his name? Jeffrey Tubin. He's supposed to be their legal analyst. So like something like this happened, then he'll come out and tell you the legal part of it. You know, they got their political analysts. They'll come out and tell you what the politics is. So the legal analyst was on the Zoom call one day, because this during COVID. He on the Zoom call one day. They're doing the TV show from Zoom and stuff. So he on Zoom, but he don't know how to work the technology. So when the meeting was over with, he didn't know to exit out the studio. So he's still in the studio, camera on and everything. And what he doing? Got his hand in his pants, watching Triple X videos on his other device, going in, having a good time. These people disgusting, man. And he was on TV telling a lie about Trump the whole time. Then got caught doing that. See, that's how disgusting these people is. CNN suspended him for 9 months till it, you know, it calmed down. And then they brought him back. He on their channel right now. Yeah, he on their channel right now. Out of all the people in the world, you couldn't get nobody else to be a legal analyst. No, you couldn't get nobody to come up there and tell lies like him. That's why you had to bring him back. Yeah, he get on there and spin the story. That's why we be saying bad dad Bob. That's all these people is. That's all they is bad dad Bobs. They get out there and tell you that the U.S. military ain't outside when the U.S. military kicking butt. That's what they be doing. So yeah, they try to tell you that Trump ain't doing a good job. Man, prices going down. Man, the country is safe. Ain't no people come across the border. All the other stuff ain't going on. When the last time you seen one of these illegals catch somebody and throw them in the river? Remember all that stuff was going on when Biden was in office. They sneaking folks out bedrooms and following women in college campuses. They was doing all kind of stuff all over this country. Trump getting all, you ain't heard not one story yet. We ain't heard no Lincoln Rileys. Y'all know who Lincoln Riley is? Never they laid up in Georgia. Dude followed her on the Georgia campus and tried to get busy, and she fought him. She fought him. You know what I'm saying? Shots out to her for real. She ain't lay down. She fought him. That lady went and got her wings. He in jail now, playing around. You see what I'm saying? When Biden was in office, they asked him to say the lady name. She wouldn't even say the lady name. He wouldn't even say the lady name. It's how slimy these people is. Because Biden was directly involved. He the one opened the border up. He the one opened the border up. Y'all sitting here being silly, not even knowing what's going on. Y'all remember all them caravans? They had folks lined up for miles marching to the USA. You ain't seen a caravan. They said they've been the best border they done ever had. So you mean tell me Trump come in office and could close the border, and Biden was in office all that time and didn't close it, didn't get it situated? He didn't want to. He didn't want to. They're like my partner Almighty Lane was talking about, because you know he got the CDL, and he talked about how it was a time when a lot of good drivers lost jobs because they was giving them to unqualified others. See, they was running the whole play with the CDLs. Then one of them got caught out here and unalived some people in one of them trucks Kind of find out he don't even have a CDL. They should put that whole company out of business. The whole company got to go down. You see what I'm saying? For playing a game like that, ain't no way you can let one. You can't allow nobody to drive a truck like that without no proper license, without no proper training. Never mind him being illegal or whatever. You don't even got a CDL. Come on, man. Come on, man. They're just doing anything to us, and we sit around watching the football game. It's time to stop playing. It's time to get serious. It's time to pay attention to what's going on. For real. It's time to stop playing and get serious and pay attention to what's going on, man. We about 25 days from being monetized, man. And we about to shake up the whole internet, man. Never mind this app right here. We about to shake up the whole entire internet. For real. They should have stopped us before we got this big. It's over with now. It's too late. It ain't nothing they can do with us now. I'm putting enough shows on the board that y'all see me, y'all hear me, and y'all know what it is. You know good and well Don Lemon can't get on this stage and hold no conversation with me. I'm way over his head. I'm out of his league. All you do is tell lies. We ain't going to tell now lie on him. We're going to ask him direct questions. We ain't letting him weasel out of this one. So my first question to Don Lemon is, if you're a reporter, can you break the law? If you're a journalist, can you break the law? That's my first question to him. And the answer is no. So he can stop saying that he's a journalist, because they ain't got nothing to do with what you was doing in that church. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're a dishwasher. I'm a journalist. You could be a cook. You can't go break the law. Period. That's point blank, period. You cannot go break the law. But then they argument is the Supreme Court gave Trump immunity. No, it didn't. If you know how to read, you'll know what the law say. The law say that the president of the United States cannot be charged with a crime for doing his official duties. Anything that's an official act, he cannot be charged with a crime for doing it. Now, he ain't no different than anybody else in the country. If you're in this country, whoever you are, judge, whatever, you cannot break the law. The police cannot break the law. Nobody can. Nobody is above the law. Not in America, you ain't. But see, these Democrats, they got the system rigged. They got the system rigged. It's worse than it was back in the day when they freed the black slaves in America. Then had all the white people who was on juries and doing little stuff. And anytime the black man got caught up with a crime or something, you know, it was tough going for him. Fooling around with an all-white jury, especially in the South. Well, that's how they done switch the game up this nowadays. Right here in America. They done switch the game up like that again. So if you're a Democrat, if you're on the left, yeah, you get a little play in the courtroom and stuff. But if you're on the right, they taking you all the way up through there. They don't give a fuck what's going on. They took Donald Trump, the ex-president, and took him to Fulton County. That's where I was at, in Fulton County, in the Fulton County jail. They took Donald Trump down there and got him mug shotted and fingerprinted. Yeah, it's right off Martin Luther King on Wright Street. That's the name of the jail, Wright Street. Fulton County Jail. We call it Wright Street because that's what the street is on. Yeah, over there on the west side. They took Donald Trump over there to get mug shot and fingerprinted. You know what happened? To their surprise, people was outside waving and cheering him on. When he got that mug shot, man, they made T-shirts and everything. Yeah, that didn't go the way they had it planned. Yeah, they thought that was going to embarrass Trump. They thought that was going to be the end of Trump, getting the mug shot. Man, Trump said, here, come on, where that mirror at? All right, come here. All right, you straighten out my tie, let's go. And took his picture with his little scowl on his face. That picture, the most famous picture in the world right now. Trump mug shot. And the Democrats hate it now. They thought they wanted that. They hate that picture now. Because that show his defiance. The American people got behind him. Because that's what I keep telling y'all. The American people are fair. And they seen that the system was ganging up and bullying Trump. And the only play was to put Trump back in office so he could fight back. And the only way he could fight back, he had to get back in office one more time so he could fight back. So he can smack him around one time so he can get him off his case for good. When he leave this time, when he ain't gonna be having to worry about none of this stuff. They tried him last time, though. They tried the shit out of him. For real. They had his he had a case going on in Florida with them documents where they said he stole them papers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the president got the right to the papers. They his papers. That was the whole play. But they went in there and got some fake judges to put warrants on him and stuff and raided his home in Mar-a-Lago. Then they raided Trump home. So anyway, the judge finally got kicked up high enough to a real judge. And the judge said, man, what you got on Trump? Man, get out of here with that. So they dismissed the case. So the other day, Thursday, we had the attorney who was prosecuting the case in a hearing on Capitol Hill. And the lawmakers was asking him a whole bunch of questions. He got himself in a lot of trouble too. And we're going to get to him tomorrow. We're going to definitely get on him tomorrow because he ain't nothing but a slime bag. That old attorney who was prosecuting Trump on that on them documents, on the document case, talking about he had secret papers and stuff. Yeah, he a real slime ball. You know, he went to a court and asked the judge to give him warrants to tap people's phones. But don't tell them that I tapped their phones. And the judge went along with that. Then when it came out, now the judge in trouble. Yeah, he about to lose his judgeship. Yeah, they about to get him off the bench. You tapping people's phones without their permission and their knowledge, and they have not committed no crimes. Man, y'all knock that off. And see, that's why I tell y'all, Don Lemon ain't telling y'all the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Because little do you know, they got everybody's device tapped anyway. All these court cases and stuff is just a way to act like you need something going on because they already heard it. They already not heard it because they got the phones tapped and stuff. So they reversing the case. They reverse engineering the case. They hear the stuff first, then they go to a judge and try to get a warrant on you and act like they got something going on. They get a judge everything but what they heard at first because they can't prove how they heard it because they ain't got no business hearing it anyway. Having everybody's devices and stuff. The lawmakers know. They know what's going on. That's why they don't be talking on their phone. You do all the phone talking. They don't be talking on no phone. Them folks don't know how to use no. Trump don't be on no phone. Trump don't not be on no telephone, man. Only thing Trump be doing on them phones is social media. Typing on his page. Trump hell on his page too. He be going up through there, huh? One day Trump took one of these old fake news journalists and put them in a meme. He had airplanes flying over his head, dropping poop on him. Yeah. Airplanes flying over his head, dropping poop on him while he was outside talking at one of these protests. Trump's silly with his memes, boy. I know he didn't make the meme, but he found it and posted it. So they give him credit for it. Trump hell, boy. So the lady that just got arrested, with Don Lemon, because Don Lemon didn't get arrested, but that lady did. So they make a meme of her crying. Oh, they going nuts about that. Don Lemon them crying about that. Why they taking her picture, making it another picture? But it was funny when they were doing it to Trump. See, y'all thought it was funny when they were doing all kind of pictures with Trump. Yeah, we can't wait to get your mug shot, Don Lemon. It's going to be hilarious. And every time somebody make a new picture of it, I'm going to post it. Very real. You about to see what the memes do now. See, that's another thing about the Democrats, the left. They don't know how to meme. They don't know how to do memes. They don't even understand it. You know what I'm saying? It's really something on the right. The left don't know how to meme. They memes be corny. All the memes that you be seeing, them are people on the right, conservative people making them memes. For real. The left don't know how to meme. The left ain't funny. They don't have anything going on except for they just got the system. That's why, like in the music industry, you find out now that all these people done bought views and bought stuff. Because that's all they got going on. You mean to tell me not one rapper made a I Love America song? Not one rapper. When I was trying to build me a page about 10 years ago on another app, I was looking for a song to play on my page. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a good American song, but I wanted a hip-hop song, though. Man, ain't now rapper got no page. The closest I got is Tupac song. That was the closest I got. You know what I'm saying? With that Tupac song. And it was a I Hate America song. They don't give a fuck about us. That was the closest I got to a song that had something to do with the country in some kind of good light. These people is oblivious to the play. They oblivious to the play. Don Lemon running around got y'all supporting him for being in that church. He didn't do it for free. And he done made plenty of money off of it and I'm posted all over his page. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. He should have took it down. The fact that he didn't take that would make him so slimy right there. He know it's wrong. These people is hurt by what's going on. You got kids in there crying and stuff, and you thinking that's funny? And your whole reason for being in the church is, Don Lemon said it again yesterday, talking about one of the pastors is the director of ICE. But he stopped short of saying it himself. What he said is the organization said it. Yeah, they did say that. But y'all ain't proved it, though. Because the information that we did find, the real information, is that one of the pastors is named Tony Jones or whatever, and it's a person that worked for ICE with the same name. But nobody never said they was the same person, though. But that's how y'all operate, though. That's why Rush Limbaugh used to call y'all the drive-by media, because y'all always drive by the store and smear people up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you was doing then. You're driving by the store smearing people up. Oh, Jasmine Crockett did it the other day in the Congress. She went in there talking about Jeffrey Epstein, but it wasn't the Jeffrey Epstein. It was somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, a doctor. And he ended up giving somebody some money. And they tried to say it was him. And she knew the whole time it really wasn't him. But she went with the lie anyway. And then when she got called out on it, she tried to say, well, I only had an hour because I was about to speak and I had to do something quick. And my people just Googled it. And that's what we came up with. But I never said it was the Jeffrey Epstein. But you tried to imply it. That would make you slimy, damn it. And we're not going for it no more. We're calling y'all out on it, and we don't care about how you feel about it. And y'all stay locked in, man. It's the hottest show on the internet. I'm the hottest host in the land. Don Lemon had a bad week. 3 people arrested in church chaos. It's the Late Late Show. For Splash Splash in Traffic, I'm Ted Turner. This is Ellenwood Studios TV. We report the news. Take off, twin.
I told God I have a hard time with patience, my board is full. It's a lot of moves that I done postponed cause of your book. They forgot about the queen, she has skills to capture rooks. So any peace protecting castles, a straight move they getting took. It ain't no allies. You can get your bishop, pope, pastor, or a rabbi, but none of those prayers protect your flesh from your past life. Cause a night gets it jumping, L-shaped plans create they flat minds. Same meals they gotta take if I choose to go and get mine. I start the clock a piece with 7, got 2 more shots. A pawn up in this game is just a pawn for the plot. Some kings they gotta go, so think about your spot. Be cautious how you play cause the queen is watching your thoughts. Sadly we're here today cause these things they escalate. A woman scorn is something that they underestimate. Don't involve your ego, we target to check they mates. That means I'll sacrifice all they pieces to make it safe. I need a new team, mine is playing both sides. Bad diagonal moves, why do demons wanna hide? And bishop type movements, we cut they corners, let them die. It's 64 squares and you can't check her up, no lies. Now start the clock a piece with 7, got 2 more shots. A pawn up in this game is just a pawn for the plot. Some kings they gotta go, so think about your spot. Be cautious how you play cause the queen is watching your thoughts.